Hello guys, hopefully everyone is fine. In this video, I will be discussing the concept of binary operator overloading. So, unary operator overloading was applied to a single object. In binary operator overloading, we'll apply the operator on two objects and let's say if we can return to another object or not. So, I'm just writing the main of it. So, what I'm doing is I'm having three objects obj, let's say putting parameter 2 to it, obj1 putting parameter 3 to it, and obj2 not putting any parameter. So it means if I write this, I need to call a parameterized constructor. Same parameterized constructor can be used for this, and obj2 I'm just writing it as such. Now what I'll do is I'll add two objects and give the answer to another object or return to another object. So I'm just writing obj2 is equal to obj plus obj1. So guys, over here two objects are added. It means plus function is used. Whenever we are using plus function, it means a plus operator, it means two objects are added. Directly they cannot be added, they have to be added with operator function, and the result is stored to obj2. So it means obj2 will get the results of obj and obj1, and I'm just writing obj2 dot show to basically implement this part. So how this whole operation can work. So I'll have a class, let's say class is A, we have a data member int A in public. So firstly I have to create some constructors. For obj2 and obj3, it means integer type argument is passed. So it means a parameterized constructor A int x, where a is equal to x. So similarly guys, obj2 is there, so I have to create a default constructor. I'm creating a default constructor even though not putting any arguments in that. Now in this, obj2 is equal to obj plus obj1. So let's understand this concept very carefully. Over here guys, obj and obj1 are there. So in the operator function, firstly the answer is returned to obj2. It means the data type of operator function should be a class name. So I'm writing a operator plus. Now the rule of operator overloading using binary operators is that the first object calls the function and the second object is passed as an argument. It means over here obj will call a function, its value will be returned as such, whereas obj1 will be passed as argument to operator function. So this is a rule for it. It means I'm writing a address of any operator. So guys, this is a clear rule for it. This obj1 will be passed as an argument to it, although you can write temp, anything you wish to write, whereas this obj will call the function. So guys, this statement can also be written as, or this statement can be written as obj2 is equal to obj dot operator plus and obj1. This function statement can be written in this way also. So over here I'll have a temporary variable temp. This is just a temporary variable which is a temporary object which is of data type A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write temp dot A is equal to A plus obj1 dot A. It means this A refers the data type, this A refers the object obj, and obj1 dot a means the value of data member for obj1. This a refers the value for this obj, and this obj1 dot a means the value for obj1, and I am returning temp. Now guys, see, so if I am going to return this temp, so it means the object temp is returned to obj2. So, and we have a function void show, which is showing the value of a and this thing. Importantly guys, let me just tell you the fact that this is whole scenario. If I want to take this whole scenario, this scenario works like we have obj, whether 2 is given, obj1 3 is given, and let's say obj2. Your obj2 is equal to obj plus obj1, right? And we are obviously displaying obj2 dot show. So guys, whenever we write this statement, this function gets called. Now over here, the second object is passed as an argument, so I'm writing a temp and a address of obj1. It means this object is passed as an argument, this object calls the function operator plus. Fine. So your temp dot a is equal to a. This a means the value of a data variable for obj, right? Plus obj1 dot a, then I just have to return temp. The temp value is returned to this, this temporary value is returned to this obj, and eventually that answer we can show the value using show function. So if I work this obj2, it means this function gets called. Now for obj, the value of a is 2. For obj1, the value of a is 3, right? So I have written that. After that, for obj2, this function gets called, this parameter, this default constructor gets called. Then obj2 is equal to obj plus obj1. We go over here in this function. The temporary value is returned, which is the value of a for obj. For obj the value was 2. For obj1 dot a the value was 3. 2 plus 3 5. So temporary variable gets returned to obj2, and for obj2 the value of a becomes 5, and we are writing obj2 dot show. This show function gets called, the answer 5 comes. Now there are many things that we can return. If I return, let's say, if I return over here as obj1, so over here obj1 gets returned. Whenever obj1 gets returned, it means the value of a for obj1 was 3. So over here obj2 dot show will give us 3, irrespective of whatever we have added. We are returning obj1. When obj1 gets returned to obj2, obj2 gets the value of obj1, and the answer becomes 3. Many cases we can follow for this, perhaps that's how it actually works. And guys, if you return star of this, so it means the function, the variable that is calling a function will get returned. It means the answer 2 comes to obj2. If there is any doubt, you can put it in comment section, or if you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe. Kindly share it to maximum audience so that we can return, we can get as many numbers as we can. And thanks for all the support.